Please speak.
Hello, ma'am.
Speak. We
Ma'am,
can
are
hear you. Please
audible?
speak.
Yeah,
Yes,
you are audible.
yes, you are audible. Please tell your question.
Ma'am, any offline coaching centers are available combined Geo-Scientist exams?
I'm not sure if they are available. I have prepared myself, so I cannot answer that question right now.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
One last question, madam. Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
How to choose the perfect source book for a particular topic? If, for example, I can say fault. If for example, I'm saying structural geology is concerned, if it discuss topic about fault, there are numerous of sources. How to choose the best source for for particular topic? That I'm getting confused, and how to choose it also.
Yeah, actually, in this session we have discussed more about the topics as well as about the books also. So the books which we basic and common books which are referred by I think by me and by my colleagues also. So on the basis of that survey only we are showing you that books. So and for choosing the correct book, you can go for the book which is easy to understand for you and which is having good knowledge and good concept described there.
Will there
Next one, ready? Next one
Yeah.
is over. Question
Yeah.
tomorrow. I think there will be a question session. So you will
Yes.
put your question for tomorrow. Hold it till tomorrow. On the next one.
Yeah,
next
thank
colleague.
you. And now I'll hand over to my colleague Lebden to discuss about paper 3. Thank you.
Thank you, Anjali. Now I'll be discussing on the paper 3, which consists of economic geology, Indian economic deposit and mineral economics, mineral exploration, field geology and engineering geology, natural hazard. Usually, this paper's syllabus is quite vast, but 3 of the papers they are usually related to economic geology. So once you are acquainted with a particular topic, you can correlate, and then it will be easier for you to tackle this paper. And this paper also it's quite scoring comparing to other papers. So here in section 3, paper 3, the first unit is economic geology. So here are some of the questions that you may expect. Like the first one is the processes of ore formation. So they may ask about the magmatic processes, or they may ask metasomatism processes, metamorphic processes, or they may ask about supergene enrichment and so on. So from this particular topic, you can expect a short notes or a descriptive type of question. And next one is the mode of occurrence, structural control, origin, and distribution of whether it be coal, it may be copper, lead, zinc, manganese, iron, or chromium deposit. So you have to go through all those deposits. Next one is hydrothermal processes and deposit. This hydrothermal processes is quite most important topics. These questions are repeatedly asked. Related to hydrothermal deposit, there are so many topics, so you have to go through. For this hydrothermal processes, you can thoroughly go through and make notes accordingly. And even the deposits are related to hydrothermal deposits also, you have to go through it. And again, next part is the relationship between ore genesis and plate tectonics with some Indian example and net sketch. So this particular question you may expect in long question, long answer of question. So accordingly, you have prepared for this particular topic. And another important part is some kimberlites, lamprophires, lamproid deposits of India, uranium deposits, pented iron ore formation. This question may ask in short type of question from this unit A. So accordingly, you have to prepare. And then economic geology, the previous question are what are the hydrothermal replacement and cavity filling. The are asking about the processes involved in evolution and differentiation of magma, or sometimes they ask about specifically the banded iron ore formation of India, or genesis in relation to plate tectonics, like I have discussed. This is very important topic. So these are some of the questions, and the books which I have referred for this particular economic geology is Understanding of Mineral Deposit by Kola, and for the classification of ore deposits, it's by Batman, Ore Geology and Industrial Minerals by Anthony, and for the Indian ore deposit, you can refer Umasha Prasad. Next one is Indian economic deposit and mineral economic. Like I've said, once you are code thoroughly with paper A, you can correlate with this paper 2. But here specifically, this paper is for India. So from this topic, you can expect the distribution of ore deposits of India, like the chromite, diamond, muscovite, copper, lead, zinc, tin, tungsten, coal, iron, manganese, bauxite. So this type, you can expect one question from this particular topic. And coming back to the next topic, that is the mineral economics, you may expect one question from this national mineral policy and other rules, Indian status in mineral production, substitution, and conservation of minerals. Another important topic is marine mineral resources and law of the sea. This particular topic, they may ask you in descriptive type of questions. And here are the samples, they usually ask the mode of occurrence and genesis of mica belt of Chargan. Since this particular section is related with India, specifically for Indian economic geology, they usually ask about specific places. So you have to thoroughly go through it. And then lead zinc deposits of Rajasthan or sulfide deposits of India. And from the mineral economics, they may ask about the marine mineral resources, or they may ask you like the simple question like the difference between closed door policy and open door policy, and so on. And for this particular unit, the books that I referred here is Mineral Exploration, Principle and Application by S.K. Halter, Mineral Exploration by Anthony Evans. Coming back to section C, that is mineral exploration. You can expect a lot of questions from here, like the stages of exploration. Any stages they may ask, or they may ask the full stages or the of exploration. They may even ask about geological or geochemical and geobotanical method of mineral exploration. So you can expect one question from this particular topic. And again, you can also expect in terms of mineral exploration, you can expect mobility and dispersion of elements in relation to mineral exploration. And then geochemical anomalies, drilling and sampling. For this drilling and sampling, sometimes they ask for a long type of question, so you have to go thoroughly their types of drillings, the various procedures, and same with the sampling. And the next one is assaying ore reserve estimation, categorization of ore reserve. Usually from this particular topic, you may expect one numericals from this particular estimation of ore reserve, or assaying related to this particular topic. You can expect a numericals from this topic. And coming back to geophysical method, you can expect one question from this particular session, that is like geophysical method, whether it be gravity, they may ask about magnetic, they may ask about electrical, or they may ask about seismic, or they may ask about the whole combination of various type of geophysical method. And here are the samples from the previous examination. Usually they ask about discuss the role of primary and secondary dispersion in geochemical exploration of ore, or they ask about the various techniques for prospect and assaying in mineral resources, or sometimes they ask about the rotary and precaution drilling. So those are the questions that they usually ask. And for the books for this session is Mineral Exploration, Principle and Application by S.K. Halter, Mineral Exploration by Anthony, and for the geophysical part, I referred Philip. Coming back to section D, that is fuel geology and engineering geology. When it comes to fuel, here they usually ask about whether two topic, that is either coal or petroleum. So when it comes to coal, you have to go thoroughly about the distributions, the origins of Gondwana and tertiary coals. sometimes they ask in short notes the mineral composition of coal. And when it comes to petroleum, they may ask about the origins, the source, reservoir, migration, and oil traps of petroleum. So you have to go thoroughly with it. They may ask about sedimentary basin of India. And apart from coal and petroleum, they may even ask about shale case, gas hydrate, coal bed methane, and oil shale. And coming back to engineering geology, mass vesting is the most important here in this particular topic related to this mass vesting. Sometimes they may ask about soil properties of engineering projects. And for short notes, they may ask reservoir induced seismicity also. And here, tunnel, dams, bridge, and road, the various procedures, their construction, their geological conditions, all these things, their considerations, you have to go through because those four are being asked continuously from previous questions. And here are some of the questions questions like the explain the importance, Gondwana coal deposit of India, or sometimes from engineering project, engineering geology, they are asking about the geological examination necessary for foundation and abutment of dams. So, and for this particular topic, the books that I referred for field geology are Coal Geology by Chandana, and then Elements of Petroleum Geology by Richard Sally. And then for engineering, I referred two books, that is F.G. Bell and then Chikrenin and William. And finally, section C, that is environmental geology and natural hazard. This everyone can write from this particular topic. So for this particular unit, you have to write some standard type of question. You can add up some recent development or recent happenings in around the world or related to India. So for this unit, you can expect the climatic changes, whether it be greenhouse gases, ozone hole depletion, acid rain, coral bleaching, eutrophication. And they may even ask geological investigation of nuclear waste disposal site, and then impact of urbanization, mining and hydro projects. There are various types of pollution, causes and consequences of earthquakes, landslide, and coastal erosion with Indian example. And another important topic from this particular unit is application of remote sensing and geographical system in environmental management. And here are the sample questions. Biological and toxic chemical pollutants of water. And then sometimes they also ask about discuss the causes and mitigation of coastal erosion with reference to Indian context. So, and then from this particular topic, the books that I've referred are Introduction to Environmental Geology by Edward, a textbook on environmental study by T.K. Ashtana and Mera Ashtana, and finally, the Environmental Geology by James Richard. So these are the various topics for paper 3. And here are some of the take-home tips for main examination. So before applying for examination, like my colleagues have taught you, you have to keep on writing. You have to practice writing. You can go through previous year question papers and you can write it and practice it. And in that way, you can increase your writing speed. You can, once you start writing, you can learn a lot of things. So accordingly, you try to practice before giving examination. And then time management, it's very important. A lot of candidates make mistakes during examination. So you have to adjust the time. And then while for this main examination, there will be two sessions. Session A for there will be 5 mark questions, 10 questions for 5 marks, and another one 5 question for 30 marks. So accordingly, you have to make for section A, by any means, you have to complete within 30 to 45 minutes, so that in that way you can complete the whole syllabus. So and remaining 30 marks question, you have to ponder on 30 minutes each. So that you can able to attain all the questions. And then while answering the question, you have to explain, like, in short, the introduction part, the body, and the conclusion. And then before writing, a lot of people make mistakes, including me. Without going through the papers, we started writing, and then in the end, we make a lot of mistakes. And in GSI examination, since we have limited time, we have to write a lot of stuff. In order to prevent that kind of mistakes, you have to go through question paper at least once for 5 minutes. You read the question properly, what are the things that you have to write, and then think about it. And then another important thing is use more diagrams and flowchart. Like for geology, everything has to be elaborated with a diagram. So if you, by chance, like if you don't have time to write, or so in that way you can elaborate with the diagrams. So in that way you can get more marks. Like writing one pages without any diagrams, and then just writing and one diagram and elaborating it, you will score more marks comparing to just writing one page plainly. So it's better to write or give a diagrams in whatever you are writing. And giving or one important thing is when you explain, you always cite an example which may be Indian related, or you can even explain the other outside Indian context as well. So these are some of the tips for mains. And now if you have any other question, you can ask.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I have some queries, sir. Yes, sir. Among all these areas, where I can spend more time to score more marks in examination, sir?
Yeah, actually, you can spend equal time on each papers. It doesn't mean like you don't have to spend on particular paper. You have to give equal time on every papers. But the thing is that when you more scoring paper is paper one, paper 2 and paper 3, you will get 2 and 3. So while writing, you try to write accordingly. You try to study.
Yes, sir. Shall I write point wise or paragraph wise, sir?
Yeah, you have to write. It will be good if you write point wise.
Okay, sir.
Hello, sir. I'm audible.
Yes, yes, yes. You're
Sir,
audible.
my question is about addressing the question of a particular Indian mineral deposit. Like I think the Indian mineral deposit portion in the syllabus is not much specified. The question has been come from like some particular aspect like Jamarkotra phosphorite deposit or Eastern Ghat bauxite deposit, etc. How to address those questions, because there is no any specific literature for that portion properly. As I have read Anthony Evans about, but it is more about the origin of the ore, not about the Indian point of view. It has not been written actually. So any specified material to address this type of question?
Yeah, see, for this particular type of question, like I've told you, this paper 2, unit 2, it will consist mostly of Indian economic deposit. So for this particular topic, we all know that there are so many economic deposit in India, and we cannot study all the economic deposit. But one thing for sure, there are some economic deposit in India. So for that, you have to make a special notes for that particular topic. You can refer the previous year question, like 10 years question papers, and then once you go through that 10 years question papers, you will get an idea that what type of question they are asking. Usually they don't they will ask repeatedly, they will ask more or less the same question. So you refer to that. And then
Yes.
I make notes for this economic geology. I make notes separately for some economic deposit as well.
Yes, sir. But actually, this type of question for such, I think paper some report project
Tali,
reports are good enough.
Shall I reply his question?
Yes, sir.
For this type of
Sir, your voice is not audible, sir. Hello?
If you start suppose as it
Yes,
is
sir.
converts is bauxite deposits or any a particular deposit, most of the cases are available over the internet. Specific books you may not get because most of the foreign books do not cover this particular. So you will have to depend on the internet to search for your answer. He was asking for any specific book which covers the Indian.
Yes, sir. Actually, there are a
Actually,
lot
it
of
was
books about the distribution and
question.
some specific books about the origin of that particular road.
Yes,
But
for that particular topic, you can even go through the website of IBM. You can
Okay,
also go and also GSI website because GSI is doing economic exploration and all. So in that particular website, you will get those topics.
okay, sir. Thank you.
So is there
Any
any
question?
other query from the participants?
I am leaving. Nidhi, sorry, I am leaving. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. So we'll just take one question and then we'll wind it up. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, you may kindly ask. I heard some voice for asking question.
Hello,
Evening,
ma'am.
sir. Sir,
Yes.
I had to ask, sir, up to what depth we are supposed to study these deposits, like, for example, bauxite or Rajasthan, up to what depth so that we can manage the answer?
In that particular case, you have to study the geology of that particular area, their source, their origins, their mode of occurrence, their mode of origins, and what type of deposit that is. Go through only those because if they are asking a specific type of question, they won't ask for detail like 15 marks of question. They will usually ask either for 5 marks or for 10 marks. So that in that particular answer, you can write those things.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, may I request the participants that tomorrow we have a dedicated interactive session to clear any of your doubts or queries which may be related to general studies, chemistry, geology, geophysics, answer writing. So we will definitely be taking up more questions and more queries because it is a dedicated session to solve the queries. So we will be taking it up tomorrow again. We'll be here. So may I first of all thank our stalwarts from the geology stream who have taken out time. They are presently undergoing training. These are the newly recruited and newly joined geologists who have cleared the exam with flying colors. They have emerged as the toppers in the examination and they are here to share their expertise, their experience with you, to give you guidance and suggestions. And they are at their camp at Kuju. And from there, they have connected in this e-training to share their expertise. So I express sincerest thanks to Sri Vinayak Mohanty, Miss Anjali Upadhyay, Sri Talilebden Longkumar, and also Miss Anisha Priya Khalko for their contribution in the preparation of the material and sharing of the information in a very precise, in a crisp manner. And they have, gone outright to explain the queries also. I thank the entire team of geology stream, all four of you, Anisha, Anjali, Talilebden and Binayak Mohanty. Thank you all for joining from Kuju to deliver this session. Thank you so much. And I hope it was, excellently enjoyed by all the participants and they have got a lot of information. This session will definitely prove of immense help and utility to the aspirants who will be appearing for the UPSC Combined Geoscientist examination. Thank you so much. With this, we come towards, yeah, thank you,
Ma'am, when
thank
is the
you.
interaction
With this,
interaction session tomorrow? Ma'am, when is the interaction session tomorrow?
that's what just a moment. So tomorrow we will start sharp at 10 a.m. in the morning. So kindly join the e-training link at 9:40 so that we can start the session at 10 a.m. It will be starting with the geophysics stream, where the geophysicists who have been newly recruited and emerged with great marks and good ranks in the examination, they will be sharing their expertise and experience how to prepare for the geophysics. After discussion of the geophysics stream, there will be discussion on answer writing skills and how to prevent certain common mistakes during the examination. This will be in the forenoon session, the geophysics and answer writing skills, after which there will be a lunch break. We will have another interactive session on how to prepare for the interview from another eminent speaker, T.V. Sukumaran sir, retired Deputy Director General, Geological Survey of India, who served as a subject expert and has been a part of the UPSC board for interview or personality. He's the subject specialist from geology stream, so he will be there to share your and answer your queries. After the interview skill and interactive session, then finally at the end, we will have an interactive session for the query resolution by the participants. These queries can be on any subject which has been taken up during this 2-day virtual interactive session, either the general studies or geology, geophysics, chemistry, answer writing, any part. So we all will be there. There will be an entire panel of the available members who have conducted the sessions for chemistry, geophysics, geology, general studies, answer writing, interview, and they will try to answer your queries. That interactive session, then we will have the valediction for this virtual e-training session. Okay. So this is how the things will be conducted on the second day, that is tomorrow, 26th of February 2021. With permission from the chair, I will now be ending the today's session. Note that hopefully the entire day session have proved of immense for becoming a part of this interactive session. I once again remind and request the participants to ensure joining the link at 9:40 or 9:45 so that we have all the participants join and we can start with the geophysics part at sharp 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. So we'll meet again tomorrow. Thank you to all. Thank you to one and all. Thank you so much. And special thank you to Shri M.M. Pawar, General ADSS and Training Manager, GSI. Special thanks to Shri C.H. Venkateshwar Rao, sir, DDG and Head Mission 5, GSI Training Institute. Special thanks to Shri Vishwajit Gangopadhyay, sir, DDG for RTD and FTC. Special thanks to Dr. Bibhas Sen, Director Technical Coordination, and to all the members and speakers who have taken out time, Shri GHP Raju sir, Dr. M. Jagannath Rao sir, the members of the chemistry and the geology group for sparing time and sharing the expertise with the participants, which has definitely proved to be of immense use, as I can see from the response from the participant trainees, where they are applauding the efforts by all the speakers. So this training was possible